prepared and active today on Fortitude Through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. The quote today by Seneca: "Let fate find us prepared and active. Here is the great soul, the one who suffers to fate. The opposite is weak, and a degenerate one who struggles with and has poor regard for the order of the world and seeks to correct the faults of the gods rather than their own." Trying to control the uncontrollable, right? That's what it sounds like. Ryan Holiday continues from the Daily Stoic. Whatever happens today, let it find us prepared and active, ready for problems, ready for difficulties, ready for people to behave in disappointing or confusing ways, ready to accept and make it work for us. Let's not wish we could turn back time or remake the universe according to our preference. Not when it would be far better or far easier to remake ourselves. So there's a couple things here I'm gonna jump in on. The first one: let's not wish we could turn back time or remake the universe to our preference. I talk about my childhood all the time, and one of the biggest mistakes parents make is they always want to give their children an easier life than they had, when in reality, it's the challenge that makes us resilient. So I could look back on my life and say, man, I wish my mom was actually around. Because here's the reality: my dad left when I was 3. And my mom had to work a couple jobs. So mom was never home. And after the age of 7, we lived in a very rural area. Couldn't afford a babysitter. So mom was a bartender at night, and she was a service writer in the day. So I never saw mom. She was home in the middle of the night, sometimes slept a couple hours, and that was it. But I got myself on the bus. I had to fend for myself a lot. And again, I survived. My mom had 2 boys, right? And I was not easy, always into chaos. So I love her. And I remember how difficult it was looking in the cabinets, being no food, literally no food. Lived next to a farm, and I used to love when everything was in season, because I'd go in the fields and smash these big watermelons open. I'd be sitting in the middle of the field and eat watermelons. I couldn't eat another bite. Stole food to eat as a kid. Because of that, I appreciate what I have. I appreciate the struggle that goes into simple things like food. Do I want my kids to have an easier life than me? No. I want them to accept fate, exactly what we're talking about here. Whatever it is, it is. And I will say, without a doubt, the thing that has made me the man today is the challenges I faced in life. You will never know who you are until you're tested on the battlefield, in real life. Conflict and combat. Life and death. Unless you've been in life and death situations, you really, really don't know what you're made of. And I'm not telling people to go out there and do that. That was my fate. And what it's done for me, I guess you'd say, is the reverse clause, right? There's nothing the world can do to me that they've ever done to me except take my life, and they can have it. Shot, stabbed, blown up. Lost pretty much everyone I've ever loved. I've been a millionaire and I've been homeless. So nothing matters. Nothing matters to me anymore. My fate is what it is. And I accept that. I put my energy into the things I can control, and I ignore the things that I can't. Yesterday, Had my plane ticket to go home, be home Thursday midnight. I'm like, woohoo! Finally, home, decent time in a week. Deal fell apart the last minute. I was gonna punt because I wanted to go home. I was done, long week, but nope. Here I am today, Kansas. Friday, still trying to put this deal together. That's my fate. Did I get upset? No. I simply saw the ticket in my inbox. I replied back to my travel team. I'm like, cancel. I'm staying. And I said, Bobby, let's go grab a steak. Bobby's my consultant here. And went and had dinner, started my fast, and today's another day. So I got up, do my thing. It's my fate. I accept it. I'm prepared for the problems. I'm prepared, ready for the difficulties. And yes, people are going to behave in confusing ways. Like my client doing a 180 at the last minute. But that's what it is. So, prepared and active. I know I was going to touch on a bunch of stuff here, but I went long on turning back time because to be prepared for the worst, you either had to have been for it or you need to train for it. So I've been through it and I train for it. I'm on a very, very aggressive training regimen now that I'm recovering through injury. But I pay a nutritionist, trainer, coach, and with one simple objectives. I need to be at my peak performance every single day. Not like a bodybuilder peaking once or twice a year, not like a marathon peaking when they run. No. Every day when I walk out the door, I need to be at 100%. That's the mission. That's the goal. That's what it has to be. That's how I'm prepared and active. Because if I do have 22-hour days, which I do a couple times a week now, as it turns out, 2 times, my travel days during midweek, 22-hour days. It's what it's been now for the last couple weeks. So 2 days a week, I'm doing 22-hour days. I would not be able to do that and still wake up and perform the way that I do unless I have the stamina, the endurance, and the strength. Do I take supplementation to support that? Yes. Am I enhanced? Yes. Physically, mentally, emotionally, I do the work. I'm enhanced. Because that's within my control. So I'm prepared and active for what fate may bring me. And on that, we're going to get to it.